Hi everyone, it's Cheryl Millett live at 5. Monday here in Canada, it's a holiday, but why not? Why not come on and do a video? Because there's just so much information that comes from one Monday to the next. So I really just want to keep up with live at 5, even if we have a holiday here in Canada. What I kind of want to speak about today is going into an area which it's clear for me and probably for others that the mind has absolutely something to do with our physical health. And in some cases, it's talking about certain type of emotions and certain things. But what I really kind of want to get through today or communicate today is, hi David, is really about holding on to your emotions. So there's the emotions, and it's a feeling about something, or it's how you feel about something, or something that happened in the past and you feel it, but another way it's the feelings and emotions that we're holding on to. What I would kind of suggest too is that each and every one of us has a variety of feelings and emotions that we want to express. And what I'm going to say is, by expressing our feelings and emotions, that really does, it's like a release. Now, we don't necessarily have to feel bad about that as some, it's just the way we've grown up, the things that we've heard over the years, and we don't have to feel bad about it anymore. And there's that whole thing, what's right, what's wrong, am I sensitive, am I not sensitive, is being sensitive good, is it a sign of weakness, is it, oh, if I act like this is really good. And so all of this kind of messes up how we want to feel, how we want to express, or all the range of emotions, from being loving, actually, even those, like, I don't know what you call them, expansive. I don't want to call them positive and negative here, because even just, politics here, when I see the beauty of politics that are just, at this time, even with the US, even with Canada, even with other countries, is I can see how there's a release happening for many people, whether that's anger or whether that's sadness, whatever it is. And it's kind of those feelings that are, contracted, or they're not even heavier, actually. They're just, they just bring things to a smaller place than the other ones of joy and love, which you would, if you were feeling that, it would feel very expansive, and the other ones would feel contracted. But there's a purpose, right? There's an absolute purpose. But by feeling it and by expressing it, then it's a release from the physical body. So to get back, the mind to the physical, and how the mind can play in a disease happening, getting sick all the time, different things. So this is aside from trauma. This is beside trauma. Trauma is something that happens, and it can be in a short period of time, like a car accident, or emotional trauma, divorce, can be, various different time frames. But besides trauma, there's these feelings that we want to feel that are there, but we've kind of kept them, like, we're holding back feeling, and that holding back actually causes the body to be not relaxed. It's the opposite of relaxed. It's more tense, it's tighter, and that actually interferes with the physical body and how it would flow nutrients into the body. Tightness, you get a massage and it feels good afterwards, and things flow, and you get less pain, and there's less, because there's less acid, and these various things. So talking today about feeling it, is giving yourself permission to feel it more and more, no matter what it is. If you just want to laugh out loud, or you actually want to cry because you watched a movie, men, females, male, females, doesn't matter, but it's getting those feelings, emotion out. So people who have creative outlets sometimes will express that in the song, but what I'm really saying is actually there's that feeling part. So if you like laugh, really laugh like you've never laughed before, or however it means to you. But this is an important part for our physical health, to be able to get out those feelings and to be to actually welcome those feelings. Think of the range of different feelings. Think of what comes up, and really feel them. And also when you start to, at little levels, just express them as much as you can, in words. It may be a little bit practice, but that will really help with everybody who is having these range of emotions. We're not feeling them. We're feeling like we have to be mundane, we have to be, what word comes to me, prim, proper, don't cry, it's showing signs of whatever, weakness, or too emotional, or being controlled. Now, all of those range of that contracting kind of feelings and emotions. Hello, Lowell and Forbes and Tracy and Howard and Leslie. So this is something just to, even sometimes you just kind of think about and ponder what I'm kind of saying here, even for a day or two. But just as something comes in, just feel it more than just kind of, maybe, how would I say it? Maybe it's squeaking through a little bit, right? Maybe it's showing a little bit, whatever those contracting motions are. They're coming out a little bit. And I'd probably say that's probably like you're testing the waters, right? You're putting your toe in the water. And what I'm kind of getting to is, walk right in, even if that's up to your waist, or step into the water, step into your feelings, and at some point you might want to dive in, and we'll go to that, but that's definitely a unique thing for everybody to dive in when it comes to feelings. And quite often we're trying to, as they say, even when you're trying to learn about your feelings, or whatever, it's just like, well, those are bad feelings, don't feel them, we have to get rid of them, they're not good to feel, it's not healthy. But it is healthy as a first level thing, is in those contracting emotions. It's very, very healthy to accept them, to recognize them, to feel them more than just the toe in the water, right? The toe in the water. And other feelings, which are more expansive feelings, which would actually feel really good. We do. Sometimes what happens is these contracting ones, once they kind of there and we recognize them, we accept them, and we do fully release them, depends on the stories behind them, then we're allowed to fully more expand. And these emotions, these expansive emotions like love, most people are even afraid to really love deeply. This is, even these contract emotions, if you're deep diving to feel them wholeheartly, the other feelings of love and joy, they're actually even deeper. They're more expansive, and sometimes because we haven't even been able to feel the contracted ones, we don't necessarily get to those other ones truly and genuinely and uniquely in that way. So that's what I really wanted to talk about, that because I think that's a moving forward for any of us in our unique situations. More and more I'm doing the counseling part, and things are becoming clearer to me on many levels for people that I see. But it's a different story every time. Really, everybody's unique. Never mind on the stories, but just your personality, your character, many levels to who a person is, and that's, to me, that's somewhat fascinating on one level, because I am using it to learn more. The other thing I wanted to kind of step into, because simplify, I'm just writing this article, I'm not finished writing the article yet, but it's to simplify. It's that word simplification, simplify, simply, do things simply. And it's really understanding what that means for everyone, for myself. And really, it's going to be what you're comfortable in. But I wanted to go into kind of information overload. People who are on the path of being healthier, even being happier, I'm just going to stick with these two things today. On the healthier, well, we know there's a gazillion things you can read out there, and at times they'll say, yep, it's good. Nope, it's not good. And I will just put it out there. Alcohol, there's a purpose for alcohol, and it's that contracting thing, right? It's that contracting. If I had to kind of put contracting and expanding into nutrition, coffee and alcohol would fit right into the contracting part. And but think about all the information out there, and we want to believe that whatever we're reading is the truth, is the facts, the science. It's real. It's can't be wrong, and that's not entirely true. What I would recommend is, when you're reading through something, just kind of park the information. If you have a deep thirst of reading, allow only so much time to read. And then these are just some kind of tricks to help out here. Just allow some certain amount of time. You can spend the other time, maybe it's 20 minutes, maybe if it's a half hour, whatever, spending more time in the kitchen or spending more time doing your hobbies, those things that you love, things that make you feel good. Because in health, there's so much information, and even for myself, for the training I have, the degree that I have, the years that I've been doing it, I have sometimes just on one article, I'll have 10 questions. And so they don't put everything in there, and usually it's, okay, well, believe this because this, but it's not necessarily that simple. It's really not that simple. So you like oranges? Eat oranges. Do you really need to know there's vitamin C in oranges? Not really. Do you really need to know everything that's in the orange? Not really. So there's so much information that we might be gathering that we don't really need. Just eat good food. Just keep it simple. Some of the things in the Simplify article will attest to that we've made things so complicated. So that's on the health thing, on simplification that way. And I don't know if anybody has any particular questions on how to simplify health. That would be a good thing to kind of, ask here. Any questions? But I also did talk to, mention to as well, never mind health, but also happiness and the simplification on that. But we always have to ask ourselves the question, what makes us happy? And the what that makes us happy, there's different things, attachments and expectations and stuff that comes through there. But quite often, I'm going to kind of put this all into a bucket of personal growth. Okay, so that's personal growth. Personal growth is interesting. I've seen this so many times. People will pick up a book, they'll learn a few different things, they're like chatting away about it, they have good intentions, they've done a $5,000 course, they've done a $200 course, whatever it is. And it's one personal growth, how can you say it, course after the next, book after the next, and there's no kind of applying. What I'm going to suggest here is, it's fine and dandy that you're reading things that might inspire you and might motivate you, but to get to your own happiness, to find your way, is going to be your way. Not this author's, not that author's, not that lecturer, not this thing. It's It's going to be your way, but you might find little nuggets. You might find little aha moments, and that could be very helpful. But again, we're kind of on this train of wanting something, not thinking that it's already within, right? So we're looking outside of ourselves to discover, how somebody else did it and how somebody else made them successful. And I mean, do we actually know all of what's going on, the whole story, the full story, right? When it comes to these personal growth things. I've come up across different situations where some people will take a course and all of a sudden they're teaching the course, and I'm thinking to myself, but they didn't apply it. They didn't apply it. It was great, sound good. They have the training material, they have the ability to speak, but they didn't apply it in their own life. It's not there yet. So why would I actually be listening to somebody who hasn't even applied it? They've just stepped into now training it, that kind of stuff. But I want to say, just on that, happiness or health, simplify as much as you can. And yeah, I'm here always for anybody. The idea is, within you is your ability to be happy, and health quite often super have to simplify or take small steps to make changes, because the small steps are going to eventually give you the results that you want. Maybe it's 2 steps at a time, maybe it's 3 steps at a time, but either way, some change has to happen if there's certain things that are not, how can I say it, in your health, right? So if you're not feeling good, the biggest measurement stick that you can use for your health to see what you're doing from day to day is to actually measure your energy. So when you get up in the morning, where's your energy? We say, 0 to 10, your perspective on it, but 0 to 10, where's your energy? Before you go to bed, where's your energy? And it could be what you've eaten the next day, or what you previously day. So then the next day you're going, well, my diet was this, and if I keep eating that way, my energy's here. But energy measuring stick, and you'll know that if you're doing too much, if you're not eating well enough, if you're not exercising, if you're not have the balance in your life, then your energy will be low. Yeah, so give it a number from 0 to 10. Even right now, just even at this moment, 0 to 10, what's your energy? And 10 could be the energy that you've felt great in your life. Just say this is your scale. Or it could be that you're going, well, I don't know if I've ever felt so energetic. So, you give yourself a 9 at your highest, and then kind of measure it. But that from one morning to one evening to one morning to for a couple weeks, just write the number in a book if you want. And perhaps there are things that you want it to do that you haven't done, like drink more water perhaps, or I don't know, whatever little things you have on your to-do list or you've thought about that you want to do those, and then see how it changes your energy. Don't think about anything else, what your skin looks like, how your digestive system is working. Just focus on how your energy feels, and that will be a very good start. So I want to thank everybody coming on board. Does anybody have any questions here now about any of this? So really just kind of like a recap, our mind absolutely interferes with our physical, and I've just talked about feelings here and emotions as a very good place to start, but just to allow, the feelings to come out, allow the emotions. And sometimes you might feel that you could feel that restriction going, no, I don't want to, I can't. And that's just, again, it's just what we've been taught, right? To hold on to our emotions and feelings. That's really all I wanted to kind of talk about today, was kind of like those 2 things. If you came on a little bit later, then watch the video again so that you can grasp the 2 key points that were covered today. I'm just going to do some painting here, some artwork, I want to wish everybody a wonderful evening, good week, and I look forward to next Monday live at 5. All things healthy, and it really is about moving forward, whatever moving forward actually looks like. So take care, everyone. Any questions, even if they pop up afterwards, or you can even, in some ways, share. If you've done any of these things, if you have any comments or anything to add, just comment below too as well. And I'll post the link at some point on the article Simplify soon enough. So take care, everyone. Thanks for coming on, and best of health, and we'll come on next Monday live at 5. Bye for now.